water, it might be a hippo. And they love sleeping underwater. Once they need to resurface for more air, they can still stay asleep because it's their instinct to get more air if they need it. So let's look around for some hippos. Oh, looks like we'll have some good luck pretty soon. Down here at the bottom of this hill, you will see a couple of hippos on your right side. The word hippopotamus means river horse. They are really good swimmers, but they will walk along the bottom of the river if they can reach it. And at night, hippos will walk out of the water along the banks and eat as much as 150 pounds of grass. So our hungry hippos. Those are a couple of males, actually. Usually males do not get along at all, but for some reason they're best friends. I'll look on your left side. Whoa, that's a lot of hippos in the water. That group of hippos is called a bloat, so it looks like that's what we found. And hippos may look really, really slow, especially when they're out of the water, but it's very deceiving. They're pretty fast. They can run the length of a football field in about 7 seconds. And you'll see some white birds on our left side as well. They're called the pink-backed pelican. And they get their name from the pink color their back turns during mating season. Perfect little pink stripe right down the middle of their backs. They're also on the smaller side of the pelican species. Alright, so we had some good luck out here. We found hippos, we found pink-backed pelicans. We're going to go just around the river bend and see what else we can find. We're going to go over this really, really old bridge too. My goodness, on our left side I think we found the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile can be as long as a giraffe is tall, 18 to 20 feet. When they hold their mouths open, it means they're trying to cool themselves out. And their jaws can crush with 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. And when they're on land, they can run about 10 miles per hour, which is faster than this truck, so let's get out of here. Ooh, okay. Well, we can relax now. Alright, now we're going to go over to the savannah where we'll see a completely different ecosystem and different animals. Then we'll make our way to elephant country. Now when we're on the savannas, be sure you're looking around. It's usually a great place to find your favorite animals because it's kind of like a superhighway in Africa. A lot of animals migrate across the Serengeti, so it is a great place to be. But first, coming up on our right side is a baobab tree. That's also known as the upside down tree because it looks like the roots are at the top, but those are the branches. It can survive really long periods of drought by storing water in its trunk. It only has leaves for about 3 months out of the year. That's to help it conserve more water when it doesn't have any leaves at all. And elephants can use it as a resource for their water by digging into it with their tusks. They'll get the water out of the trunk of that tree. Okay, we'll get ready for this one. I absolutely love this view coming up because you can see a lot in the Serengeti grasslands from on top of this hill. Beautiful landscape. The Serengeti grassland stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's home to some of our most famous animals like giraffes and lions, so keep a lookout. We're going to try to find some of those animals while we're out here. And this is the wild Africa that we are all working very, very hard to conserve. Looks like we'll have some good luck out here too. All the animals out here are working very hard to conserve it for themselves as well. They kind of create this landscape around us. For example, if you see any trees around us that have been pushed over and have been knocked down, that's a great sign we're getting closer to some elephants, so I'll tell you once we get there. But elephants act as bulldozers. They knock down those trees. Once the trees fall, that spreads more seeds in the grass for more plants to grow. And giraffes act as the pruning shears. They eat the undersides of the trees, like these trees all around us. That lets more sunlight in for those plants underneath those trees, helps them grow a little bit more. Antelope mow the grasses and gazelle trim the edges. In a balanced natural system, there is enough food for everyone. It looks like we'll see some giraffes up ahead. This is going to be awesome. They're really, really close to the road. This is going to be pretty cool. But we have Maasai giraffes on this reserve. Maasai giraffes have a darker, jagged, irregular pattern on their bodies. It looks like there's a tower of giraffes over here. That's what a group of giraffes is called. But you might know that giraffes have purple tongues. That actually helps them out a little bit. Their tongues are always out in the sun, so that purpleness helps them from getting sunburned. Their tongues are also very strong and very rough, kind of like sandpaper. So they can just lick the leaves right off the tree. They don't have to bite them off or anything. And the truck in front of us is waiting for the little baby to cross the road because we don't want to separate it from its mama over there. So we're just hanging out really quick. Then when we'll get moving, we'll be able to see this brand new little baby. It's so cute. We just got it on the reserve about 4 days ago. So it's brand new. It's still exploring a little bit. I want to say it's about 4 or 5 months. Yeah. So they ought to grow up a little bit before we let them out of the reserve. Make sure that they're smart enough to be out here. So look how beautiful they are. There's so many giraffes right here. Yeah. Oh, and I was actually born at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, but it was basically the same thing. Yeah. Good question. The darker spots, this is a male right here, the one with the darker spots, and that's called a Maasai giraffe. See those messy, jagged patterns? That's what a Maasai giraffe, the best way to remember that is messy Maasai. Usually that perfect square pattern that people know, the lighter colored pattern, that's called reticulated. So reticulated comes from the Latin word reticulata, that means net. So it looks like a net, but it's perfectly draped over their bodies to create that perfect pattern. But these are a little bit more jagged and irregular, so it's pretty awesome. And we can't really stop for them because this little guy's brand new, so we're still trying to get him used to us. Isn't he cute? He's so adorable. And you'll see some tall structures around us too, these big red cones. They're called termite mounds. They are as hard as cement. It's really surprising they're that strong too. They're only made of termite saliva, dung, and mud. Beautiful giraffes, I love this. Also, giraffes have the same amount of vertebrae in their necks as we do. In our necks they have about 7 vertebrae. And their hearts weigh about 25 pounds. It can be about 2 feet long. So we're still going to have some good luck up here. Alright, we're going to see some white-bearded wildebeest. They're hiding from us right now, but I'll point them out to you once we get a little closer to them. But white-bearded wildebeest have the largest migration in the entire world. Their migration is so big that the dust that they kick up can be seen from space.